Hey, this is Andrew Brown, and we are taking a look at ECS, Elastic Container Service, which is a container orchestration service to run containers across multiple EC2 machines managed in a cluster. So I need to just kind of point out that there is ECS EC2 and ECS Fargate, which is also just known as Fargate. AWS likes to market Fargate as its own separate service, but it started out under ECS and is part of ECS. So just understand that distinction. When we talk about ECS, I'm usually talking about EC2, but we could be talking about Fargate as well. Let's look at some of the components. We have our cluster, where will have multiple EC2 instances. We have our task definition, which will actually define the containers we want to run. We'll have a task, which launches the container. But there's a distinction between tasks and services. So tasks are great when you want to run a container, and then when it's done its job, it will stop. Whereas a service is something that will continuously run, such as a web application. You should know the distinction between those two. You have the container agent, which is a binary on each EC2 instance, monitoring the start and stop tasks. And then you have the ECS controller or service scheduler, which is responsible for deployment and placement of your containers. And it can do things like replace unhealthy containers and things like that. For the last two, you usually don't have to worry about that. You're going to utilize AMIs that already have the agent installed. And the service scheduler, we don't really fiddle with that, but yeah, that's the basics.